everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 2. We are still in the catacombs beneath Loch Muin, and we are being observed by something that looks suspiciously similar to a miniature version of the Eye of Sauron. And apparently I'm supposed to talk to it now, so let's do this.
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
A feather, a leaf, a snow, an eagle, time, the sun. Yeah, this is another riddle, of course. I don't know, time? Can I hear it again, please?
Can you please repeat the riddle?
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds,
time.
But not many things can stand my test.
Time can fly, times can be hard, time is money, time heals all wounds. So, I'm pretty sure it's
repeat the
time.
riddle?
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
You let me off easily with this one. It's time, I'm pretty sure.
Time.
Correct.
Yes.
It's going rather well so far.
Not for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, let's continue. The Henna's laboratory.
Someone's been here recently.
Well, I suppose that's a way to circumvent the riddles. Just make a giant hole in the ceiling. Alright, so, where do we want to go now? There's some stuff here, let me have a look at this. I don't need iron ore. I'll take the ores. And I do take the silver ore. Okay, this is a dead end. Sure, I'll take this stuff. Well, okay, apparently I have to go in here now.
Well, the competition's here. Kill them!
This is not a very friendly welcome committee. Okay, I guess I have to kill the Redanian Knights now. What? Why are they here anyway? I guess they are the ones that made the hole in the ceiling. Whoa, I didn't see that guy over there. You know what? Let me just finish off a few of you. There we go. And now we can deal with the rest. You are on my side. Yes, you're the mage guy.
Plot thickens.
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Bled a Nordling.
Another guardian.
Oh. So this is another riddle?
Later and Lorn. Lisa and Lorn. Later, dear! It's reacting to my spell.
Okay, but let me have a look around this room first. There's some stuff for me to pick up. Astrological couriers. Don't need the iron. The gnomes of Mahakam and Tir Tocher. Okay. Astrological charts. And some random stuff in here. I guess I'll take that. Also, ooh, what is this? Huh. interesting. Does this have a deeper meaning? I feel that stuff like this isn't just here for decoration. Oh. Yeah, look at this. Not sure what this is trying to tell me though, if this even means anything. The runes on the bottom. And those interesting images. Huh. Maybe I should read the stuff that I find here. Legendary treasures. There's a bunch of books just lying around in this place. And a bunch of weird pictures. Yeah, I mean, this must have a deeper meaning. This stuff isn't just here randomly. Let me see what stuff I picked up. Legendary treasures. Among the acknowledged treasures of the last century, 3 have gained exceptional fame. First is the Amber Chamber, which Riddle, the demon's father, took as a spoil when he defeated Medal of Temeria. This breathtaking masterpiece, a chamber's decor made entirely from amber, was sadly lost in a storm of war. Either buried or destroyed, all traces of it have disappeared. Yeah, this actually exists, like, in real life, right? The second treasure belonged to the dragon Octavist of Quartz Mountain, known also as the Crystal Mountain or the Mountain of the Burning Sands. A group led by Yarpen Zigrin, we know that guy, killed the beast and took the treasure, which included sapphires singular in hue and diamonds as large as cherries. Said gems then sent the jewelry market into disarray. The third legendary treasure of this century is shrouded in mystery, for both its composition and the details of how and where it was found remain secret. Now, that is a very mysterious treasure. We don't know what it is or where we found it, but it's very valuable, apparently. One thing is certain, it included ancient artifacts of untold power. One of the items exploded, claiming the lives of 3 of the 5 mages studying it. The world at large might have heard more about the discovery on this occasion, but not long after the tragic accident, a veil of silence once more descended on the matter. Alright, this is interesting, but I don't know if this is actually helping me in this situation. Let me have a look at the astrological charts. Okay. These are coordinates, but what am I supposed to do with it? I don't even know what the names mean. I suppose these are like stars. And they tell me how to find them, but I don't really know how to use this stuff. Okay, let's read about the gnomes of Mahakam and Tir Toher. In the north, gnomes are widely known to inhabit Mahakam, where they coexist in full harmony with dwarves without any of the discord that usually arises when 2 races settle in a single area. Both the gnomes and dwarves, the mountainous regions, make a living. I feel that there's a word missing somewhere. Both the gnomes and dwarves of the mountainous region make a living by mining and processing the untold mineral riches found there. I think this is the proper way to read this. Yet the mountains, hills and vales of Mahakam are not home to the largest gnomish population. That honor belongs to Tir Toher, where the diminutive creatures produce legendary weapons that are then exported both north and south. The famous Gwihirs, forged according to gnomish technology, are reputed to be the best blades in the world. Though less known than the swords themselves, the blast furnaces and steam hammers, which the gnomes and dwarves use to smelt metal and work alloys, deserves the same admiration. Few know that Tir Toher became a leading exporter of beautiful opals after an earthquake revealed thick seams of the precious mineral. Gnomes are unrivaled masters of the jewel's craft, and Mount Arnor, the slope of which collapsed to reveal the deposits, is now called Treasure Mountain, as the opal is mined directly from one of its faces. Okay, again, very interesting, but not helpful. Astrological curious. A long time ago, the princes of Bremerwort angered the powers of the depths, perhaps even the gods themselves. A sea dragon began to prowl the coastal waters, killing fishermen and pearl hunters. Poverty and hunger threatened the principality, so the ruler decided to appease the sea by sacrificing a maiden, for in those dark times that was the very manner for dealing with economic crisis. Well, bad time to be a maiden, I guess. Luckily for the young woman, a witcher was in the area. Strolling along a beach, he noticed a serpentine beast emerging from the water towards the lass, who was chained to a seaside rock in a less than decent pose. The witcher killed the dragon, freed the woman, and, as the chronicles tell us, plowed her with her consent on the aforementioned rock. Yep, that sounds like a typical witcher. We can see a reflection of these events in the summer sky, on condition that our Silver Lady does not show her face. There is the fearful lass looking west towards the dragon, slithering ever closer, and beyond this the witcher sneaking up on the beast from behind. So this is like a constellation of stars. Okay. I still don't know how this is going to help me with the weird images. I figure this may have some connection with the astrological chart, but I don't know what connection this could be, because I can't read these symbols. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just go talk to the Guardian and see if something comes out of that. Because, this leaves me rather puzzled. Which I guess is what puzzles are supposed to do. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Let's go and talk to the Guardian, and then we'll see what we're going to do.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, I should look at the frescoes. Yeah, let me have a look at this again. Solve the riddle. Place yourself and 2 of your companions on the right pressure plates. Oh, so I need to find 3 of these. Well, I wish I could hear his riddle again. 3 travelers and 3 guides above them, so I guess the guides are like stars. I'm going to assume that the Silver Lady is the moon, because this would fit what I just read in the book about the constellation that is only visible when the Silver Lady isn't too bright in the sky, so this would be the moon, right? But I'm not sure about the rest of the riddle. While we have something that could be the Drake Serpentine over here. And yeah, I mean, there are stars, so this is a constellation. So I figure this is one of them. I don't know, is this maybe the moon? No, it's not, it's another dragon, it's not the moon. Oh, man, this is really difficult. well, I figure this could be the moon, the Silver Lady, right? Okay, but I really would
A
like to
group
hear
of
the
travelers
riddle
wandering
again.
through the dark.
Okay.
3 guides above
Above
them,
them,
so 3
were
were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady
this is
shining and fine. If only her
constellation.
visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
I'm not sure about the last one, but I think I can work with the first verse, so let's do this.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveller's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation.
Yes,
It would be
yes.
visible at night. What's more,
Constellation.
sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate
Nah,
the allegory
that's-
illustrating that transformation.
This is too complicated. Plus, they said it's visible at night and it's above them, above the travelers, so I think it must be the constellation and not time and not some allegory for alchemy. Right? It's above them, it's described as a serpentine, a drake serpentine, and they followed it during the night. I would say it's a constellation.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Alright, let's look at the second verse.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
Huh.
I think it describes the full moon.
Yeah.
In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
No, I think the moon. First of all, again, during the night above them should be the moon. And because the moon was described as Silver Lady in one of the books I just read. So the books actually are useful and they do contain hints about the riddle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about this one. It's the moon.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Okay, let's look at the third verse.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into
Yeah,
which the
this-
riches
this
of the
could be,
mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
I don't know, the last one doesn't seem very likely. The ravine or the mine entrance? Please give me the verse again.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travellers by day.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a tower. I mean, I read the book about the gnomes and the dwarves and about how they mine their metals in their mines. So it could be the mine. But there was also the story about the earthquake and the mountain that, revealed all the opals. I don't know. That could mean a ravine, the ravine with all the treasures inside. I don't know, this one seems kind of vague. I'm going with the ravine for now, and I hope I'm not going to get killed.
It's gotta be the ravine. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Well, in that case, I'm the one who gets killed, so because I'm fairly certain about the other two, but I don't really know about this one.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Well, we only need 3 for the job, so this is fine. So now I need to find the ravine. This is the mine. This is the tower. I think this is the ravine. Alright, here goes nothing. Well, something is happening. Oh, I don't think we did this correctly.
We must try another combination.
Yeah, okay, I see. Something's not right. But at least they didn't just instant kill us, but just send some golems. I must say, I feel pretty good about the first two, so maybe I will just take the mine instead. Plus, if I want to narrow down the proper combination, I probably shouldn't start changing all of it, but start by changing one alone. So, yeah.
I cannot hope to finish the research alone.
Let's
A
do this
group of
again.
travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady
Yeah.
shining and
Yeah.
fine. If only her visage she would deign to
That's
unfold.
definitely the moon.
By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Okay, I'm feeling reasonably certain about the dragon constellation.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
I'm also very sure about the moon.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
And yeah, I don't know. Let's take the mine instead.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Okay.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
I mean, if a few gargoyles is the worst that happens, I guess I can live with a few arrows. Alright, this should be the mine. Let's do this again.
Intruder detected.
No!
What? Why? Why are you doing it? God, the poor guy. Oh. But it did open the doors, so apparently this was a proper combination. So, I don't know, did they kill?
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame.
Indeed.
I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
Well, I found them amusing as well. I don't know, maybe he got killed because he didn't participate in the riddle? Because apparently it was a proper combination. I don't know. Poor guys. I feel sorry for you. Anyway, let's see what's going on in here.
A golem. So Darehenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Alright, what exactly are you? Who created you? I mean, apparently I know who created him. And I know that he's a golem, or it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start by flattering him a bit.
Powerful magic created you. Derhana was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
Okay. Are you lonely? Can I ask you about your program? Can I ask you for your name word? This seems very straightforward. So, are you lonely?
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who like to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Okay, so basically you're a computer. So if you're like a computer, I guess you have some sort of program.
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course not.
Okay, fair enough. And I guess you won't just tell me your name word.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Alright,
I have other questions.
what else can I ask you? So, what exactly are you?
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? Better than mine. When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Derhana's mastery.
So who's allowed to pass?
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Derhana, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Okay. Well, I don't know the name words, so I guess I'm not a guest. Has anyone tried to enter before us?
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
Maybe someone should buy you more space to save your memory on. But can you make sovereign decisions?
You are far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The Master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Alright, so I must not pressure you.
I have other questions.
Yeah, let's talk about your creator.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Derhana. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Derhana is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
Okay. I think you're a living being. I can use an axe on him. I wonder though if this could be considered to be, you know, pressuring him. Let's talk about Dehanna first.
Dehanna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Okay.
I have other questions.
So, this is a very direct question, but let's try it anyway.
Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master.
Okay, I get it.
How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
I know enough. Do I? Well, I have this option now, so maybe I should use it.
All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
I'm working on it. With Dehanna's note, we can free you. Well, he doesn't seem like he wants to be freed. I don't think this is part of his program, you know, a desire to have freedom. So, yeah, let's use this option.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
I'm a guest here and I wish to talk. As your guest, I would like to know your name. Well, he said, you know, a guest is okay if he just wants to make conversation, so that's what I'm here for.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
I invoke the sacred law of hospitality. Let's talk about lies and delusions. I don't know. This is a difficult one. But he likes to talk. I mean, his master liked to talk to him about all kinds of things. So I feel if I just, you know, keep him talking, then maybe I get the information that I want. And invoking something may be too intrusive. So I don't know. Let's just keep talking. Apparently the golem likes to talk.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
I'm Dehanna in disguise and I've been testing you. Only you and the Master's will exist. Everything else is doubtful. As sapient beings, we can come to an understanding. Again, I don't want to use an axe. I think this would be too forceful. If you don't let us pass, you will die again. This isn't going to work. I think it must be one of those. But if I claim to be Dehanna, then I would know the name word. So I'm sure he would, you know, demand me to tell him the name word to prove that I'm their Hannah, which I can't. So I think this lie isn't going to help me. I'm not sure about this one, but I don't like the Axie. I don't like this. This seems really dangerous, so let's take this option.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your Master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Tehenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
Wow!
We've done it. We've penetrated Tehenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look.
Garrett, you just argued
This
a
is better than
computer
I
into
thought.
self-destruct.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that
You may actually be Captain Kirk, you know? You like to do that as well, very often. Alright, so, we finally made it in here. I see a bunch of stuff everywhere. I think the
Can you
episode is
feel
long
that?
enough.
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it.
What are you doing?
Later.
No!
Later, Enlorn. Lisa Enlorn. Later, dear!
Well, apparently, we're just moving into the next cutscene.
The device, what is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What?
I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty big revelation for something that just happens in a side quest. I didn't expect that. Yeah, do you know anything else?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I'd trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today. But he wasn't always.
Yeah, so I heard. Yeah, what else do you know about him?
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
Why? So, how do you know I was a rider?
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Alright, well, thank you. I'm not sure if I believe you, but if this is true, then this is certainly quite a plot twist. Anyway, that's all.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Alright, we're even. I can't let you leave with that thing. I'd like to try the artifact. I mean, they did more or less fulfill their end of the bargain, so I guess we are sort of even. And I don't want to, you know, break my deal with them, even if I don't really trust these guys. They are shady, and they're Nilfgaardian, and who knows what they are planning. But, they held up their end of the bargain. That is definitely true. Maybe you would let me try the artifact.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
So, what does this mean? We are going to fight you, of course. Oh, there's two Adalberts, and... Okay, she apparently is fighting on my side. That is good to know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to attack one specific Adalbert or if I have to kill them both. Oh, there's actually 3 of them now. Okay, let me just go for the one that doesn't have Quen at the moment. Like this one. Alright, I think I killed at least one of them. But there is still one Adalbert left. Oh, actually 2 of them. Okay, we still have one over here. And that seems to be all.
I didn't expect that.
No, I didn't.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Okay. So, are you going to get into trouble for this?
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck then. Will we meet again?
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
And... Sure, tell me more about my past, if you have more information on that. Well, I already asked both of this, so...
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Yeah, sure, let me use the artifact.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Oh. Think of Triss, Vernon, Dandelion, Saskia, and Radovid. Huh. I can only contact one of them. Well, honestly, I don't think Dandelion would be of much use. And probably not all that interesting. I don't see much point in trying to contact Vernon. Because, I mean, he doesn't really have anything to do with my current objectives. So I'm torn between Triss, because it might help me to rescue her, and Saskia. Radovid might be interesting, but I don't really know what to expect here, so I'm unsure about it. But Saskia could be interesting because we know that Philippa got arrested. So the question is, what happened with Saskia after that? I mean, Philippa was controlling Saskia, presumably. So where's she now? This is actually an important question, but I also want to know what's going on with Triss. So I think it's a decision between Triss and Saskia. And I think I'll go with Saskia because I feel I have more important informations to gain here. I know that Triss has been captured and that she isn't a figurine anymore and that she has been questioned. But I have no idea what's going on with Saskia or where to find her or what she's doing at the moment. So I feel I would gain better and more valuable information by, you know, contacting her. So yeah, sure, let's do this.
I made sure we'd have a trustworthy cook while in Loch Muin. I'll not allow anyone to slip poison into your goblet here.
I cannot sit here and eat in peace while Philippa rots in a dungeon.
Regardless of Philippa's whereabouts and predicament, you must behave as befits a queen.
Does that rule out caring for my friends?
Philippa will manage. And even should she fail, I'm sure her final wish would be that we follow through with the plan. So eat. You must be at full strength during the summit. A very important task awaits you.
Okay, apparently that was Sheila.
I hope you learned something useful.
I think I did.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Alright, so Saskia is with Sheila. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Because, and I actually didn't notice that, but somebody in the comments pointed it out. When we saw Letho's dream back in Vergen, he said that, you know, someone should take the head of, I think it was Demavent, to Sheila. So Sheila apparently was the one who ordered Letho to kill the kings. And now Sheila is apparently, I'm not sure if she can control Saskia the same way that Philippa does, but it seems that she's at least, you know, manipulating her into following her orders. She was speaking about a plan, about some task that Saskia has to do. So, yeah, I don't like this at all. Anyway, can I save? Yes, I can save. So, this episode has become very long, but I did really like this quest. First of all, it gave you some other stuff to do than normal, you know, solve riddles and stuff like that. And I just like, you know, quests that give you the sense of awe and mystery of a world that is, you know, full of secrets and magic and stuff. And we didn't have that much of these quests in this game so far. It was all very, you know, political and about kings and big battles for freedom and whatever, but not really about, you know, the secrets and the magic of this world. So I really like this quest. Anyway, I'm probably done with this now, but I will make sure that I loot this room and I will return to the surface, and I hope we can actually continue with the main mission in the next episode. So thank you for watching and see you again next time.